What up, world? It's your boy Canon Corey, man. And today, as you guys can see, I'm in a place that you guys have seen me in quite often on this channel, and that is good old Las Vegas. I've been seeing that there's a lot of stuff going on. I didn't originally plan to leave Washington, D.C. on purpose, specifically to avoid all the 250th Army anniversary stuff with the tanks going on and Donald Trump's birthday. I didn't plan it that way. But I'm not gonna lie, I can't say that I'm not happy that I am gone for this weekend. Because when you guys look on social media, people are they're not rocking with the whole 250th, and I can't say I don't blame them. So anyways, I'm here in Las Vegas and I'm about to find some eat as far as show you guys around and just make a high quality video, because I've been trying to get my stream on, and that's what I really want to talk about to you guys. So as I make this video, I just want to remind you guys that I gotta be really careful, because apparently the strip, what I'm on right now, is supposed to be getting shut down tonight because of a lot of protests for the No Kings protest or something like that that's been happening this weekend. It also kind of coincides with the whole Trump's birthday, Army 250th celebration, and all that stuff. So yeah, let's try to keep this safe, but also informative. All right, people, I'm not gonna lie. Trying to become a streamer in your 30s is not an easy task. I mean, let's just be real. I mean, most of the people in their 30s, 40s, whatever, and even up, they're not even aware of most of the streaming platforms that are the most popular. And so when you're getting on these platforms and thinking that you're gonna be able to create a crowd or get a crowd like quickly, it starts to become evident really quickly that it's not gonna happen. You'll be streaming for hours to like 1 or 2 people at the most, may even get 3. But in actual reality, the truth is, it's like, it just feels like it's impossible. So basically what I'm saying is, people, if you want to get a crowd within our age demographic, you got to get on platforms that we're actually on. And right now, it don't really seem like Twitch is a platform 30s and up is really on. We're getting there, but we're not quite there yet. All right, so right now the platforms that you can find a lot of us on are platforms like YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, stuff like that. 30 and up, we just, kind of came up with the whole Instagram wave and the YouTube wave. So now that there's new waves like TikTok and Twitch, we really haven't gravitated to them as fast as we used to gravitate to new social media platforms when we were younger. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just something you just gotta understand. If you're gonna become a streamer in your 30s, it gets pretty difficult, to be honest with you. Now look, the basic concept is, you wanna definitely be on platforms like Twitch, because that's gonna be your bread and butter for when you start streaming. But you wanna start making content on the platforms where your audience is and try to push them pretty much over to where you're gonna be streaming. That's really the best way to do it. People will tell you all day long that there's really no algorithm on Twitch that helps you get discovered, but there are really good algorithms on other platforms that will definitely still help you get discovered. Posting clips of some of your content or making content specifically for TikTok and YouTube Shorts and stuff like that will help you get that organic following to start discovering you and going to Twitch to find you. One other thing you definitely need to keep in mind as far as, when it comes to getting people to come to your platform, whether you're gonna be streaming on Twitch or YouTube, and that is, people in their 30s have a different taste of the type of content they like to consume than people who are in their 20s and teenage years. Most of the time, people in their 30s like to have like thought-provoking content, things that make them think, things that make them feel inspired and stuff like that. But if you're just trying to just make content just to follow the trends, sometimes that won't really go over well with the 30-plus-year-old crowd, which is why I kind of went from making skits all the time to travel, and then I went from travel to talking about relationship stuff, because people in my age demographic really take relationships very serious. So another thing 30-plus people like to see is current news, they like to talk about things that are currently happening in the world all around us. That's another reason why I brought up the whole situation about like here at the Strip and how like there's the whole protest things going on everywhere, and then I'm just trying to stay aware of it because I know that's a hot topic, and that is definitely an issue that I'm pretty sure people will be aware of. So maybe like on a day like today, I could have streamed and talked about what was going on with these protests, and maybe even show up to the protest and film it, or just be close by it, or maybe even in it, and just film the protest and just let you guys know what's going on. That could possibly be something that people 30 plus would be interested in. 20-year-olds don't care about protests. They just want to show up and probably be wild and destroy stuff. Speaking of relevant events, I know I'm gonna get copyrighted because of this music behind me, but it's okay. Speaking of relevant events and speaking of streaming, there was a really crazy incident that happened right where I'm standing. If you guys don't know where I'm at, I'm standing in front of the Bellagio Hotel. And Monday night when I flew in, there was a crazy story that happened about, I guess it was like beef between two streamers, and one streamer found the other one that was streaming live and came out here in the middle of the strip, right in front of the Bellagio Hotel, hopped out of his car and unalived the other streamer. Now I'm saying all this to say that the world of streaming, as it becomes more and more popular, it's also going to become more and more dangerous. And there is this thing called stream snipers. Stream snipers are people who watch your stream and try to figure out where you are currently and try to pull up where you are. All right guys, with that said, I'm starting to feel like this may be a good time to pivot and start working on my next video. So if you guys got something out of this, you know, maybe do me a favor and also tune in, maybe follow my Twitch as well, because I'm also another streamer that's trying to come up here in this 30-year-old land and just try to see what I can do with it. So until then, hopefully I'll see you guys either on stream on Twitch, link in the description, or I'll see you guys in the next video here on YouTube. Peace.